I approach all of my reporting here on the MeidasTouch network very clear-eyed, and while it is unfortunate to report what I'm about to report, I said this was going to happen. This is going to happen. Donald Trump's very bloody mass deportations are going to take place very soon, and he's indicated that again by appointing somebody by the name of Tom Homan to become his border czar. Now, Tom Homan previously was the ICE director. He was in charge of the family separation policy, and over the past few years, Tom Homan was talking about the mass deportation exercise. I'm going to get into that. I'm going to show you Tom Homan's words, but Tom Homan has now been appointed. He's going to be leading the bloody mass deportations. Also, Donald Trump is expected to announce very soon that Stephen Miller will be in charge of immigration policy, in addition to becoming deputy chief of staff. Stephen Miller also was an individual who has been talking about these bloody mass deportations on day one, the same way Donald Trump has. They are gearing up for bloody mass deportation. So for anyone who's voted for Trump thinking that they're not going to get deported, even if they were born here from people who were non-citizens, no, they have a denaturalization process to deport you to and deport your family members. Let me just show you what Trump posted. Let me show you some other news. And first, though, I want to play you, just so you get a sense of who this Tom Homan is. Here is AOC when she questioned Tom Homan about the family separation policy at a congressional hearing. Play this clip.
Through this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father from his
Mr. Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
That's right. Now, Tom Homan previously had said, they ain't seen shit yet. Wait until 2025. With respect to the bloody mass deportations he wants to carry out, Tom Homan believes this is what he says, placing the kids in cages in what took place in Trump administration 1 is nothing compared to what he's going to be doing to people who he believes are not here legally. Here's Donald Trump's post. I'm pleased to announce that former ICE director and stalwart on border control Tom Homan will be joining the Trump administration in charge of our nation's borders. The borders are, including but not limited to the southern border, the northern border, all maritime and aviation security. I've known Tom for a long time, and there's nobody better at policing or controlling the borders like him. Likewise, Tom Homan will be in charge of all deportation of illegal aliens back to their country of origin. Congratulations to Tom. I have no doubt he will do a fantastic job, a long-awaited for job. And now it's also being reported Trump is expected to announce in the coming days Stephen Miller, as top immigration advisor, will serve as White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy. 2 sources familiar with the plans tell CNN. You may recall Tom Homan speaking at the Republican National Convention right there. That was one of the times where you had all of the audience holding up the signs saying mass deportation, and their chants were not USA, USA. The chants were mass deportation, get them out, throw them out. And a lot of the them voted for Donald Trump. You are going to be deported. Your kids can get deported. Your family members are going to be deported. I just genuinely don't know what you were doing. What were you doing? They're going to knock on your door and throw you out of this country and grab you and separate you from your family and throw you into cages. What the hell were you doing? Here's Tom Homan, by the way, on Fox. I'll show you more clips of him, okay? So if you go, oh, we don't believe that. Well, I'll show you. This is Tom Homan on Fox talking about the deportations. Play this clip.
This is historic.
And they can't tell you how many Hamas and Hezbollah or Islamic Jihads are also coming across our border. Wait till things start blowing up. Tom, if Trump wins and goes back to the White House, would you go back?
I promised President Trump when he announced that he goes back, I go back, and I'm going to run the biggest deportation operation this country's ever seen. Because these millions of people being released in this country, 9 out of 10 will get an order removal based on immigration court data. A judge orders them removed. We're going to find them and we're going to remove them. There's no consequence. We can't fix the border. We're going to have a consequence in the Trump administration.
Homan goes back with Trump. That's another campaign ad. Tom, thanks so much for joining us. Have a great weekend.
So as you may have known, I just became a dad. So it's important for me to protect my family's future and just give myself peace of mind when it comes to life insurance. It's why I use Policy Genius. Policy Genius makes finding and buying life insurance simple. You may even hear my baby girl in the background right there. That's Jimena. With Policy Genius, you can find life insurance policies that start at just $292 per year for $1 million of coverage. Some options are 100% online and let you avoid unnecessary medical exams. I'm doing it for Jimena, and I know you're doing it for the loved ones in your life as well. You can compare quotes from America's top insurers side by side for free, with absolutely no hidden fees. They've got an incredible licensed support team that helped walk me through what I needed fast so I could understand everything that's out there. And look, life insurance is a form of financial planning, and Policy Genius is the country's leading online insurance marketplace. It's something that I trust, and I know it's something you can trust as well. So do it for all of the Jimenas out there in your life. Secure your families tomorrow so you have the peace of mind today. Head to policygenius.com/Meidas or click the link in the description to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you can save. That's policygenius.com/Meidas, policygenius.com/Meidas. I'm doing it for all of them. Tom Homan would make posts like this as well. When Trump walks back into the Oval Office in January of 2025, we'll lock this border down in 120 days. Make this go viral. They all want to go viral. Go viral. By the way, today on the news about Tom Homan becoming the border czar, private prison stocks rose on Monday after Tom Homan was selected. Let's take a look at this article on NBC. Private prison stocks rose on Monday after Donald Trump selected immigration hardliner. Hardliner is, I guess, how both sides media wants to talk about people who are going to rip families apart and throw them into cages. That's a hardliner. He's a hardliner. Tom Homan as his border czar. The Geo Group jumped more than 4% and Core Civic nearly 8% in pre-market trading. Homan served as the head of immigration and customs enforcement during Trump's first term. Trump said on Truth Social that Homan would be in charge of the deportation exercises. Homan will be responsible for, I read it to you. Homan told a conservative conference in July that he will run the biggest deportation operation this country has ever seen when Trump returns to office. With Trump returning to the White House, there will be a far firmer embrace of the Geo Group and CXW, an analyst told clients in a November 6 note. The second Trump administration would allow for contracting with the U.S. Marshals Services and the Federal Bureau of Prisons. More importantly, they would take a far more aggressive stance on border enforcement. By aggressive stance, they mean contracting out to private mercenaries and prisons to knock on the doors of people, by the way, who voted for Trump, ripping out, grandparents and family members, aunts, uncles, cousins. That will happen on day one when America is turned into, absolute chaos. I mean, that's what they're saying. And you're going to shut down an entire border with a top trading partner. Let's see how that works too, because the goods have to come in and out as well. I mean, this was what the New York Times headline from several months ago: sweeping raids, giant camps, and mass deportations inside Trump's 2025 immigration plans. Don Jr., who's also been posting about not giving any more money to Ukraine, and he posts these like really horrific memes of Zelensky with like money flying into his face. He goes, they say it's like a bad thing. Giant camps. We're going to have giant concentration camps in the United States of America. That's what we want. That's our 2025, 2026 is giant concentration camps. Great. By the way, Tom Homan was one of the authors of Project 2025. He wrote the section on mass bloody deportations for Project 2025, like we told you as well. Stephen Miller also starred in the recruitment ads for Project 2025. And if you want to just hear how callously they talk about mass deportations, I mean, I could show you all the clips where they're like, let's do bloody mass deportations. Let's do it, bloody mass deportations. This was Stephen Miller when he said that he was training to get a pilot's license because he wants to personally rip out family members himself before Christmas. He said that would be a great Christmas present for him to personally go into the homes of Mexicans and Guatemalans and Hondurans and Ecuadorians and Venezuelans and people who are here and rip out the family members. That's a Christmas gift to him, he says. He says it with glee. Here, play this clip.
Their voices I'm hearing that Stephen Miller is getting his pilot's license next month, and he's going to be personally deporting these people, plane load after plane load. Is that true, Miller?
Don't get me excited, Jesse. Look,
that's how you want to spend your retirement, right?
Yes, I would spend my Christmas holiday doing that if I could, Jesse. I think.
And by the way, here was Tom Homan on 60 Minutes. Let's play it.
We have seen one estimate that says it would cost $88 billion to deport 1 million people a year.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is that what American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on national security? Is that worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
I'll show you this clip right here. This is someone's post on TikTok, and I think she sums it up for the way a lot of people are feeling right now. Here, play this clip.
I'm truly happy that Trump won. I'm truly happy that Trump won because now we get to see in real life what we've been trying to warn y'all about for the past couple of months happen right in front of our faces. Like, I do not want to hear anybody complaining. I've accepted it. I have accepted that Trump won fair and square. Now, I don't want to hear nobody complain.
Well, look, I'm providing you this data so you're alert. I'm not going to use the term hardliner or, the stock of the private prisons are going up because they're going to be coming for people who are here. A lot of people, and by the way, when I say people who are here, not just people who are here without papers, who, by the way, who do you think is out there helping pick the fruit and take the crops and do hard labor and do a lot of work that Americans don't want to do? Who do you think's doing that? Who's going to do that work? How do you think that's going to impact inflation? Huh? How do you think that's going to work? Anyway. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 4 million subscribers together.
Real quick, Meta just changed their algorithm to suppress political content. Please follow our Instagram @MeidasTouch right now as we head towards 400,000 followers so you don't miss a beat.